how you're navigating. Happy birthday to all my Geminis. I have a very special Gemini that might see this video. Shout out to you, girl. Happy birthday. Many more blessings to you. Happy birthday to all of my Geminis. This is going to be, sometimes I do readings for the sign of the month, sun, moon, and rising. But Spirit said this is going to be a collective reading for all of us, for all elements, for all signs, everybody. How can we all navigate through Gemini season? And this is why Spirit gave me this insight to do it this way, because as a Scorpio sun, I'm not going to lie. I do feel the energy of Gemini, each Gemini moon phase. It does heighten my awareness to the things that I'm saying, and is it in alignment with where I am? Because sometimes I find myself in Gemini, when the moon is in Gemini, a little frazzled, feeling like I'm making decisions that seem outside of myself. Maybe they're a little bit I was about to say unhinged, but that sounds a little extreme. But they're a little bit more wild and radical than I might be used to. So this Gemini season this year, moving us through the 5th month to the 6th month of 2024. Okay, the 5th and 6th month out of 12, guys. Okay, so if you haven't, you know what I'm saying, set your sights on what it is that you want. Gemini season is telling you to come on, get real. Take a look at your own personal duality. In what ways, in what areas are you experiencing heightened energy, a lower frequency energy, and then navigating it through it? Because sometimes, I'm not going to lie, Geminis are the twin. There are two, and they pretty much decide how they show up and what you see. You can meet a Gemini and only see one side of them. You can meet a Gemini and see multifacets of them, or you can meet the Gemini and literally see two sides of them. And so that's why I feel like this is for the collective. How can you navigate when emotions might be high or frequency might be low? How do you find yourself your own neutral? Have you established a neutral? Do you understand your own normal? Or do you just go with the flow, function with whatever, take whatever as it comes, and deal with it? Because this Gemini season is telling you to stop doing things like that. This is the time to kind of step into who you are, take a look at what it is that you desire for yourself, what's important to you, what's not, so that when people come with other energies that are above or below, or when you even experience extreme highs or extreme lows, how can you get yourself back to your new normal? Because as amazing as it feels, as fun as it feels, things aren't always rainbows, ponies, sunshine, and hitting every single day, all day, forever, right? So it's a matter for you to find your own personal inner peace, your own strength, your own, your own way of navigating things whenever shit is all over the place. Let's be real. The world today is kind of scary. And somehow, some way, your job, your family, everything is still having these demands on you, and it's up to you to still push through. Establish your own new normal. So how can we navigate through Gemini season? Okay, what's in store for us? What to look out for? Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it makes sense to you, if it hits, let me know. Go ahead, like, comment, and if you're new here, subscribe. Check me out every now and then. I give some videos and some insights, some channeled messages, and so on and so forth. So first off, we got the Two of Wands, okay? Right now, we're being called to take a look at where we're at. Are you happy where you are? Are you satisfied? Do you feel like there is more? Are there areas where you're being a little bit reluctant? You're not allowing yourself to push through, see things through. And I feel like, not I feel, the Five of Pentacles shows up because there's a situation where you're not necessarily seeing exactly what's around you. There's a desire for more. And for some, this is not a bad thing. For some, this could be a little bit interesting. But there is a desire for more, right? The Queen of Swords is here asking you, all right, if you desire more, what are you going to do to make that possible? Do you understand the sacrifices that you've already made? And what are you willing to do? Because he's kind of not messing with you, and she's totally focused on the future. The Queen of Swords wants you to get in that alignment as well. Are you focused on the past and expecting something from the past to come through, deliver you, free you up, move things along? Are you holding on to things, being a little bit stubborn? Right? I heard that reluctant earlier. Or are you remaining hopeful? Do you feel like things ain't hitting right now and you're just like, well, because things aren't going my way right now, because there's so much going on, maybe I should just give up or not be as motivated. See, but in this Gemini season, the motivation has got to come from within. It's not going to come from the outside influences. You don't have to expect someone to pick up the phone and say, do you remember those goals you set? Are you still on track? Right? That's not happening. So it's important for you to decide that there are things that you've got to do to be proactive for your own life. All right? What should we look out for? Cautionary. We got the Three of Swords and King of Cups. So some of you are going to have some situations in your relationships. The masculine energy is going to be like, look, this is how I feel, and I want you to know how I feel. Now, for some, this could cause a conflict between the way they think and the way they feel. Maybe you're surprised by this information. Okay, the King of Cups is normally someone who is cool, calm, and collective, but now he's kind of seeing things from a different perspective. And now it's like, what is it that I got going on? The Nine of Swords, greetings, Rich Rising. The Nine of Swords is speaking about worry. Okay, so now if you have a male in your life, or maybe this is for my gentlemen subscribers, for the fellas, there's some men that are feeling like breaking up. There's some men that are worried about the situation. Okay, this is a warning. There are men that are sitting up in situations with a disconnect between their mind and heart, and they're trying to figure out how they're going to move on. They're worried about the future, and this could be coming off of that Five of Pentacles. Why are they in that space of worrying? Because they don't realize what they got going on right now. So that is a warning, okay? How do we navigate through? Keep it cool, okay? Keep it balanced. Because not for nothing, fellas, if you're feeling the need to end a relationship or step away from a relationship, that's cool. Ladies, if someone is thinking about, stepping away from a relationship, that's on them. There is nothing that you need to do. You don't need to fight. You don't need to prove. There's nothing that you need to say. You got to understand that maybe somebody want to be outside, okay? It's about to be summer. Summer solstice is coming up. You know what I'm saying? Before you know it, zip, zap, zop. Gemini season could be that last dash where people are assessing, is this what I want to do? Okay? So when someone tells you, oh, I'm not sure if this is something that I want to do, what you going to do? You're going to be like, okay, check in with yourself. Reevaluate. Were you really enjoying this relationship? Because it's not someone pulling the rug under you. Okay? This feels like it's a situation that you've been feeling was a little meh. This particular card, he's literally holding the heart. You know it wasn't given. So now you're just kind of like, well, where do I take this thing from now? You got to take it to where it feels balanced, where it feels equal, and where it is, feeling of a good energy. The Five of Cups is here. This card's been showing up on our daily reads as well, and the Strength card. It's telling you that if something does come to an end, you cannot cry over spilled milk. You can't sit up and worry about what did not work. The Five of Cups speaks to just focusing on what's not going right, the cups that are spilled out. But I always say you've got two other cups. The sun shall rise. There's a bridge, girl. Grab the cups. Grab your guitar. Sing your sad song, but keep on pushing. Okay? You are stronger than this. Okay? You have the mental and physical strength. If there was anybody that was going to make it through, it's you, and you know that. Okay? Because in your mind, you already know this King of Cups wasn't really given. And sir, you know that you was in this relationship not giving your all. You probably didn't want to be in it anyway. You was riding around, you was getting it. You feeling like French Montana, ain't worried about nothing. So therefore, step off. Don't waste anybody's time. And then if you're somebody that's in this relationship, you're stronger than this. This was the relationship that kind of like gave you that umph to do what you needed to do. If somebody reveals how they truly feel and it ain't balanced, it's not given, accept it and move it along and keep it pushing. I didn't think this was going to become a relationship thing, but when it comes to relationships, think of, work relationships. It doesn't have to be intimate partner. There could be a boss that's looking at you, that has decided, okay, I'm going to choose you for this project. And you're just like, there is no way. I know that they think that I could do it, but I ain't trying to. I don't want to. Okay, so check in with yourself, reevaluate. Because I'm feeling now also that Gemini season is bringing to us, like, removing the clouds around our eyes, removing the illusions. We're getting our own personal clarity. So listen to what people say, how people react, listen to what people are not saying, okay? Trust your instincts. And I'm going to tell you, take a page from my book, observe, watch, listen. Don't be so quick to speak, okay? Gemini season is given some erratic energy. Gemini season is given a little over here, a little over there, a little everywhere, because the energy is on the free. Free to be me, free to explore, free to learn. But you were already trucking on your journey. You already had an assignment. You already knew what you had to do. So with energy kind of all over the place, right? Establishing your new normal, establishing, your calm. Activate your throat chakra. Say what you need to say. Don't let yourself feel blocked. Okay? I speak my truth. I speak my own reality. Okay? Move into that. Let's see, what is my question? How can we navigate through with this information? We have the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so what it's saying is to get real with yourself. Okay, now, yes, this was once something that you wanted to do. The situation that's at hand, the situation that's here, the relationship, the job, whatever, the living situation I'm hearing too, the car agreement. You knew that it worked, but you also knew that it wasn't going to be for too long. Ashe, amen. So now, with this new information, people are expressing how they feel. You know, you're seeing new things, you're understanding what's really going on. People might have been saying one thing and doing another. That's that two sides, okay? It's going to be revealed. Whatever happens in the dark shall come to light. New passions, okay? Igniting a new fire within, getting yourself moving. The page prepares the night, okay? The page is telling you, look, we're going to need to step up our passions, okay? We're going to need to take action because the Two of Wands, we're sitting there saying we've manifested some things that it's not really giving. It's not really in heart alignment with us. And right now we're having conflict between the way we think about things and how we feel about things. So maybe we should be putting our passions into something else, okay? The Knight of Wands is one of the few that is active, that is in movement. So this shows something moving out of the way so that something better can come through, okay? Now, if you're already like, nah, Tiki, ain't anybody hearing no relationship breakup, then click off. This ain't for you. But those of you that know, you get those little tingles, you feel it in the back of your mind. You find yourself watching situations like this. If this is you, this is you. That situation is telling you, were you aligned with it to begin with? Or did it seem like something that was a good idea at the time? Well, now it's not. Now it's time to go and reevaluate, take stock of what is, and get it moving. Okay? Don't ignore your passions. I'm hearing, I just need time to see where I want to be. Okay? And that is all the situations. I saw the Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck before I shuffled. And how can we navigate through is really what I'm feeling. Sit. Stop. Think about it. Think about it. Allow yourself to sit with what is, not what you want it to be. Sit with what is. And Gemini season is giving you that, get in touch with reality. Don't sit in the how I want it to be or this is how it was. It's getting real. See, when the offer looks so good or when the situation is so uncomfortable, you see, that's an extreme high and extreme low. You're to find your own norm. Where do you fit in this? Where do you fit in this? Okay? That's where you stop and you think about it. Where does my heart want me to be? Where do I feel the most connected or in alignment or in the best purposeful situation? That's where the focus is, okay? Forcing yourself to go through these situations and show up and be present in places and spaces that don't speak to you anymore. And the energy is on end it. The energy is on, this is not exactly what I had hoped for, so I should move on. Ashe, amen. So when Gemini season gives you lots of duality all the time, oh, I miss you too. It's been a while. I was wondering. I was like, where is she? But when you sit in this duality season, where the energy can be a little scattered all over the place, or seeming like it knows exactly what it wants to do, where do you fit in? Okay, where do you fit in? That's where you want to focus your energy on. Where do you fit in? It's heavy on the assessing, okay? Lots of fire energy going on right now. You got the 8 of Wands and the 4 of Wands. It's telling you to stop being cute, stop being lazy, stop listen, I almost didn't do this video because of this shirt, okay? Because I steamed it, I ironed it, and then it got jacked up. But it ain't about me. It's not about what I'm wearing. It's about the message. It's about what you need to hear. So you've got to focus on the passion, not all the other shit. Focus on what feels right for you. Because you focused on all the other shit before. How I was going to make this one feel, how they were going to feel, what this one needed, what that one needed. And now this Gemini season is bringing to you the reality, the message. You've got to focus on the medicine. You've got to focus on what needs to get out. You've got to focus on what you got to do. All that other shit, it don't matter. And if it matters to some, it's not for you. It's not for them. Okay, keep it going because your message needs to be spread. As soon as you realize that there's more energy that you've got to spread out that's bigger and better than where you are, watch your life shift quickly. Quickly begins to not feel like a struggle. Quickly feels like it's an alignment. It's what you're supposed to be doing because you looked at what's going on. You made a proper evaluation. You see the energy here, you see the energy here, and you know that you've got to establish your norm. You got to keep it cool. You've got to take your time and think about things before you react because there are going to be some tests that come up. Okay? Every test has a testimony. It's up to you to see this through from the energy of focusing on where you're at. Not worrying about what could be, not in the concern of who maybe don't like you or what's ending. Because things come to an end. Everything does not stay exactly the same. That doesn't have to be a bad thing. Sometimes people hear that and they're like, no, that means it's coming to an end. That means it can morph and shift and grow and expand. I'll take my own personal life, for example. I literally did a quantum leap by moving across country. I'm going to unpack that video, unpack that topic in a video in a little bit. But you can change your reality just with one thought. And right now, the one thought that sticks out, the one card that sticks out the most is that Queen of Swords. See, because you could spend your time, worrying about the future, okay? Or, where is she? Or you can say, listen, you can get in that air. See, because this is fire and air magic right now. It's asking, because there's a lot of swords, a lot of wands, a lot of fire and air magic. It's asking you to get real with yourself. Where do you see yourself going? What direction are you headed? What really is important to you? It's a big deal for you to get real with what is important for you. Focusing on your future does not depend on outside criticisms and critiques of others because all of that is temporary. The ideas and passions and your assignment that you came to do on this earth experience and this timeline is what's your focus. As soon as you shift your narrative to understanding that this thing will be like this thing will be like that, and I've got to maintain my own inner peace, whatever you want to call it, your own calm, your own normal, your home base. It doesn't have to be you running away from situations or leaving situations. You're going to have some things coming up this Gemini season facing you head on, and you can't just separate yourself to deal with it. So you're going to have to practice how your own decorum, practice discernment, practice understanding who you are so that you don't find yourself in these situations where you're back down, you feel like you're in a corner and you don't know what to do. That will then get you caught up in that erratic energy where the energy is here and you want to maintain your own new normal. Okay? So ultimately, Queen of Swords is our energy. Staying focused on our reality that we're creating, thinking clearly of sound mind, and understanding that nothing can stop us as long as we are focused on what it is that we want. Okay? So when the energy is all over, step into your normal. All right? Step into your peace. Establish that through routines, daily practices, okay? Maybe you might need some more in-depth personal insight if you're interested in that. You guys know how to reach me. I'm going to leave all the information below. But Spirit says that is it in regards to tarot for the collective and navigating Gemini season. I hope this reading serves you. I look forward to working with you in a different capacity, maybe even on the one-on-one. You all have a wonderful day, wonderful weekend, wonderful week, whatever it might be. Enjoy Gemini season. Keep your head up. Keep shining. I thank you. Stay well, y'all. Bye.